Hi everyone, good evening. Tonight we're going to discuss about the remaining topic, okay, which is the skeletal system, bone, and joints. So, si skeletal system po ay hindi lang siya basta-basta bones lang or buto-buto lang, okay? It is a dynamic, okay, na part ng katawan, okay, which is important for movement, for protection, and also for blood production. Okay, so when you say skeletal system, it doesn't only talk about bones. Okay, meron tayong bones, merong joints, merong cartilage, tendons, okay, ligaments, ganun. So, let's talk about the functions of a skeletal system. So, number one is support. So, ang skeleton po ay parang framework ng katawan. It gives structure para tayo ay tumayo, umupo, o gumalaw tayo ng maayos. Okay. So, without skeletal system, it's gonna be hard for us to walk, okay, to stand, and many other movements po. And the next is protection. So, it protects organs that it surrounds. So, pinoprotektahan niya yung mga vital organs natin, katulad po ng brain, okay, which is protected by the skull. And then, another example po is si heart at saka si lungs. Okay? So, ang bone na nagpo-protect po kay heart and lungs is our rib cage. And then, third is movement. Okay? Contraction of skeletal muscle pulls the tendon. So, gamit ng joints at muscles, yung contraction ng skeletal muscles ay humihila po sa tendons para gumalaw ang mga buto. So, next is for storage. It also stores minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. So, sa bone po, na-i-store po ang calcium and phosphorus. That's why, kapag kulang po tayo sa calcium and phosphorus, okay, pwede tayong magkasakit sa bones. So, next is blood cell production. Okay, ang blood cell po ay napoproduce sa red bone marrow. At ang pinoproduce niya po ay red blood cells. So, pero it doesn't only produce pala red blood cells. It also produces white blood cells and platelets. So, sa loob po ng buto nangyayari yung process ng blood cell production. Next is extracellular matrix. Okay, components of skeletal system. First is bone. Okay, so siya yung kulay white at yung matibay at yung matigas na parte ng ating katawan. So, next is cartilage. Ito naman yung nagre-reduce ng friction and model for bone formation. So, si cartilage, siya yung elastic and smooth para mabawasan ang friction sa ating joints. So, kapag wala po si cartilage, magkakaroon ng friction sa ating bones. Kaya, whenever we walk or whenever we move po, kapag walang cartilage, maggagasgasan yung mga bones natin. Okay? So, kailangan si cartilage to reduce friction. So, next is tendons and ligaments. So, meron pong difference between tendons and ligaments. When we say tendons, siya yung nagko-connect ng bone to muscle. Okay? While si ligament, siya naman yung nagko-connect ng bone sa bone. Okay? So, all of these, si bone, si cartilage, si tendons, at si ligaments, all are connective tissues because they share the same function, which is ang pag-connect-connectin ang bawat isa. Okay? So, next is Okay, under the extracellular matrix, it contains collagen, ground substance, organic molecules, water, and minerals. So, let's talk about the bone's extracellular matrix. So, sa bone po, meron siyang collagen, meron siyang minerals, okay, meron ding yun lang pala, collagen and minerals. And it is flexible and able to bear weight. And then, so si collagen po, hindi lang siya natatagpuan sa skin. We also have collagen po sa bones. And important po si collagen para hindi maging brittle, okay, yung buto natin. So, next is cartilage extracellular matrix. It contains naman collagen. Also, it has collagen. And then, proteoglycans. Si proteoglycans po, it is the good shock absorber. So, whenever, tayo ay, for example, ay mababangga sa something or malalaglag, okay, si proteoglycans yung nagiging shock absorber. Para yung damage sa buto natin is not so much, okay? Next is tendons and ligaments extracellular matrix. It has only collagen, and this one is very tough. Next is hydroxyapatite. So, this one is the calcium phosphate crystal in the bones. So, siya naman yung nagbibigay ng hardness sa bone. Okay? So, kapag walang hydroxyapatite, yung bone po natin ay magiging malambot. Okay? So, we need that in our bone. So, meron tayong tinatawag na brittle bone disease, or scientific term is osteogenesis imperfecta, wherein it is a rare disorder, okay, caused by faulty genes production, okay, wherein there is little or there is poor quality collagen formation or poor quality collagen. Next is general features of bone based on shape. So, we have long bones. Si long bones, mahaba siya kaysa sa malapad. So, example is our femur. This one is your femur. Okay. Sa may bandang thighs. And then your tibia. Okay. Dito naman siya sa may legs. And then your humerus. This one sa may arms. Okay. So, yun yung mga example ng long bones. So, next is short bones. It's pantay naman yung lapad at sa haba. So, example niya is our carpals and tarsal. So, yun po yung sa may bandang daliri. Okay. Sa mga daliri natin. Next is flat bones. These are relatively thin, flattened shape, well suited for providing a strong barrier around soft organs. So, si flat bones, siya yung nag-cover mostly ng mga soft organs natin. For example, si skull, which covers our brain. Ganyan. Another example is our cranial bone. Okay. Sternum, ito po, which covers sa may bandang heart. And then our scapula. Flat bones. Next is irregular bones. These are, complex in shape and bones that are not fit into the other three categories. So, it provides protection while allowing bending and flexing of certain body regions. Example is vertebrae. Okay, this one is your vertebrae sa may bandang spinal column, and then facial. Okay? Diyan. Yun yung mga example ng irregular bones. Next is So, ito, nandito yung mga difference nila. This one is your flat bone. Okay. This is your long bone. This is irregular bone. Okay. Kung mapapansin nyo, siya yung may mga unique shapes. Okay. And then, this is your short bone. Structure of long bone. Okay. Si diaphysis, which is your central shaft. Saan ba siya? This one. This is your diaphysis. Yan. It's the central shaft. It's the compact bone tissue on the outside part. Okay. That's your diaphysis. This one. And then epiphysis or epiphysis. Two ends. Okay, spongy bone tissue, part of the bone that develops from a center of ossification distinct from the diaphysis. Okay, this is your epiphysis, this one, dito. Ito yung spongy bone tissue. Si diaphysis kasi, siya yung central shaft, nandito siya sa may outside part. And this is epiphysis. Okay. Yan yung spongy bone tissue. So siya yung nasa loob naman. Si periosteum. It's the membrane around bone's outer surface. Consists of dense connective tissue. Okay. So this one. Ito. It's your periosteum. Siya yung pinaka outer. Okay, outer part. Endosteum, a thinner connective tissue that lines the medullary cavity. Okay, endosteum. Siya naman itong covering, pero covering siya sa loob. Okay, ang kini-cover niya is your medullary cavity. This one is your medullary cavity. And this one is your endosteum. Endosteum pala, sorry. Articular cartilage. It's a thin layer of hyaline cartilage that covers the bone of the epiphysis where bone articulates with other bone. Articular cartilage is this one. Okay. Ayan. Okay, epiphyseal plates, site of growth, okay, between diaphysis and epiphysis. So, hanapin natin siya. Epiphyseal plate. So, this one. Ayan. Ito yung nasa middle siya. Okay. Ayan, pose. And then next is spongy bone. Bone having many small spaces found mainly in the epiphysis around into the trabeculae. Compact bone, it's dense bone with few internal spaces organized into osteons forms the diaphysis. So, ito po, this one is your compact bone. Yan. Yung nasa loob na part, that's your spongy bone. Okay. Si medullary cavity naman. Okay. So, dyan po napoproduce ang red or yellow marrow. It's the center of diaphysis. Ito siya. Ito. And then, okay. Si yellow marrow, okay, dyan po na-i-store ang fats. Okay. So, diba, si yellow marrow, nandun siya sa may medullary cavity or in the spaces of spongy bones. Your red marrow naman, it's the blood-forming cells, okay? So, this is where the site of blood formation in adults, okay? Red marrow. So, we also have here hematopoietic tissue. Okay? So, these are the tissue that makes blood cells. So, si red marrow, okay? Andyan yung mga blood-forming cells, yellow marrow, mostly fat. Pero, okay, sa newborns, okay, most bones nila ay red marrow. Okay, sa adults, red is replaced with yellow marrow. Si red marrow is mainly in epiphysis of femur and humerus. So, when we get older, okay, si red marrow po natin ay nare-replace with yellow marrow. Though, meron pa rin tayong red marrow, okay, sa may femur and humerus natin. Pero mostly, nare-replace siya with yellow marrow. So, well, in newborns, mostly, okay, since hindi pa sila masyadong, fully developed yung mga bones, okay, mostly red marrow pa lang. Let's go sa histology of bone. Okay. So, here, we have bone cells. First is your, okay, tatlo sila. Meron tayong osteocytes, osteoblasts, osteoclasts. Okay. Si osteocytes, it maintain bone matrix. Osteocytes. So, it maintains the matrix. So, it's often called the maintenance screw. Okay. Siya yung pang maintenance. Okay, and then next is osteoblasts, build bone, formation of the bones, and repair and remodeling of the bone found in periosteum and endosteum. So, si osteoblast, this one is your bone builders. Sila yung nagpo-form ng bone. Kung si osteocyte, siya ang nagme-maintain, si osteoblast naman ang nagbi-build. Okay, while si osteoclast naman ay kabaligtaran po ni osteoblast. It carve bone present and contribute to the bone repair and remodeling by removing existing bone, called bone reabsorption. So, siya yung bone crusher. Okay? Nire-remove niya yung existing bone. Well, si osteoblast po, siya yung bone builder. Well, si osteocyte ay maintenance screw. Okay? Let's go to the compact bone. This is also known as the cortical bone. It is composed of osteons / Haversian system. So, ang location niya po is outer part of diaphysis, okay, ang long bones and thinner surfaces of the other surface. Right? This one is your cortical bone. Osteon, structural unit of compact bone. It includes the lamella, lacunae, canaliculus, central canal, osteocyte. So, okay. Yun yung mga meron sa osteon natin. Ayan, nandito naman siya sa picture. Tignan nyo na lang sa pictures. That one. Lamella, it's the rings of bone matrix. It's thin sheets. Okay, this is your lamella. Ito. Parang it's forming rings. Okay, so that's why it's your rings of bone matrix. Yan, ditong part. Ayan. And then lacunae spaces between lamella where osteocytes are located. Si lacunae naman, this one, okay, dyan. Yan, yung mga spaces dyan sa lamella, yun yung lacunae. Canaliculus, tiny canals where cells process extends from osteus, transport nutrients and remove waste. Canaliculus, where's your canaliculus or canaliculi? Here. Okay, it's your tiny canals. Yan. Ayan. Zoom nga natin. Okay. So, and then central canal, or aka your Haversian canal, center of ostron, contains blood vessels. Okay, where's our central canal? Okay, this one. Ayan, yung mga nakaturo dyan. Ito. So, andyan yung mga blood vessels natin. So, this one is our blood vessels. Okay. So, ito, yan yung mga central dito banda, central canal, yung mga yan. Okay, yung malaking dyan, it's your central canal. Diba this whole one is your ostron. And here, sa ostron na yan, meron tayong, canal, tiny canals, yung maliliit na canals, it's your canaliculus. And we also have your central. This one is your central canal. Let's go sa spongy bone tissue. It's your cancellous, also known as your cancellous bone. So, dito, walang ostrons. Okay, pero may trabeculae or bone rods. Okay, walang ostrons. Ang meron lang is this one, your trabeculae. Their connecting rod spaces contain marrow. Okay, so this one is your spongy bone. Ito yung mga trabeculae po. Ito, this one. Ayan, nakaturo dyan. And this one is your spaces. Ay, yung mga spaces naman na dyan. Nandyan yung mga bone marrow and blood vessels. Yeah, this is a clearer picture sa difference nung ito, this one is your osteoblast. This is your osteoclast. This is your osteocyte. Ito ang lamellae. Ito ang caniculus. And this whole one, this is your trabecula. Bone ossification. Okay, another term for bone ossification is bone formation. So, this is your process of bone formation and occurs in utero. Osteoblast roll. Okay, nasabi ko na kanina, build bone. Ulit-ulit na yan. Sa ossification center, dyan na po-produce yung bone. So, meron din tayong primary ossification center. Kung saan, dyan nag-appear first yung bone. And then, sa secondary ossification center, and dyan forms epiphysis. Kasi dito, diaphysis sa primary, diaphysis yung na-form. Dito, epiphysis naman. And then, intramembranous ossification. So, ito naman, yung formation niya is within the, so, hindi siya sa may, hindi siya sa may bone mismo. Sa may mga connective tissue membranes naman siya. Okay. It's intramembranous. Next. Skip na natin tong steps. So, yung ossification pala, it occurs 12 sa, kapag 12-week-old na yung fetus. Okay? Parang sa 3rd month. Okay? pa lang ng embryo nag-i-start. And then, saka lang nagiging fully ossified yung bones natin when we reach the age of 18 to 25 years old. Skip na natin yung steps. Huwag na to. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na endochondral ossification, wherein ito naman yung pag-form ng bone sa loob ng cartilage. Okay. And then, may steps din si so, dalawa yun. Meron tayong intramembranous. Okay, tapos meron din tayong endochondral ossification. Kung kanina sa intramembranous, sa may connective tissue, here sa endochondral ossification, sa may cartilage naman. So, ayan, basahin nyo na lang yung steps. Nandito din yung timetable ng human ossification. Hindi ko na siya iisa-isa. Basta by the age of 25, yan, fully ossified na po tayo. And mag-i-start naman ng ossification sa 3rd month of embryonic development. And then, saan tayo? Bone growth. So, si bone growth naman, infancy and youth, long bones lengthen and epiphyseal plate yan, plate. Long bones widen by adding more lamella. Appositional growth, increase in bone width and diameter. End of bone growth, epiphyseal plate is replaced by epiphyseal line. Okay. So, during our youth po or infancy, yung bone growth, it happens po sa epiphyseal plate. Plate po ito ha. Epiphyseal plate. Si naman, appositional growth, siya yung bone thickening. Okay? Yung pagkapal po ng bone. It's appositional growth. So, kapag natapos na po yung growth, okay, in length, si epiphyseal plate po ay mapapalitan naman ng epiphyseal line. Bone growth, page 3. Bone remodeling. Si bone remodeling naman, okay, removal of existing bone by, sino nagtatanggal? Si osteoclasts. And the position of new bone by osteoblasts. So, sa bone remodeling, tinatanggal ni osteoclast yung extra na bone, and then si osteoblast, mapoproduce siya ng bagong bone. So, that's your bone remodeling. And, it happens po sa lahat ng bones po natin. So, this one is responsible for changes sa bone shape, sa bone repair, adjustment of bone sa stress, and calcium ion regulation. So, di ba kapag kunwari, for example, we had like bone problem like fracture, ganyan. So, si bone po natin ay pwedeng mag-alis ng extra bone, and then si osteoblast ay mag-form ng new bone. Okay. Bone repair. Broken bone causes bleeding and blood clot forms. So, for example, then, we had fracture, and then mayroong bleeding, and then mayroong clot formation. So, after that, magkakaroon ng callus forms, okay? Internal and external. Ayan, meron ba? Oh, yeah. Tama. And then, si cartilage po is ma-replace po siya by cancellous bone. And then, mangyayari ulit ang remodeling to produce compact bone. Okay, so that's bone repair. This one. Ito. Tingnan nyo to, ganito siya. Like, kunyari, ayan, nagkaroon ng clotting, nagkaroon ng fracture, mayroong bleeding, mayroong clotting. So, ang gagawin ni bone, magpo-form siya ng callus. Okay. Mga callus, internal callus, external callus. And then, si callus po ay ma-ossify. Okay. Tapos, it will be woven. Okay, forming spongy bone. And si spongy bone, i-replace nga na yung calluses na na-form. Okay. And then, yung spongy bone na yun ay magiging compact bone. Okay. So, maayos na ulit ang bone mo. So, that's bone repair. So, may iba't ibang klase tayo ng fracture. First is the open fracture. Formerly called the compound fracture. Okay. Open. So, see wound there, it extends to the site of the fracture or a fragment of bone protrudes through the skin. So, si open fractures, ito yung halos makita mo na yung bone. Okay. And then closed fracture, formerly called a simple fracture. Skin is not perforated, damage is only on the inside. So, this one, okay, walang wound. Okay, pero damage sa loob yung bone mo. And then complicated fracture, when soft tissues, okay, involved na yung mga tissues mo around closed fracture are damaged. Okay. Ito. So, meron pa tayong other types of bone fractures. Incomplete fracture. Okay, basahin nyo na ito. Complete fracture. Okay, sige na. I-ano ka na lang. Okay, sa incomplete fracture. Saan ba yun? Para siyang lang, like parang na-sliced lang yung yung bone mo. Okay. Nagkaroon lang ng slice. Unlike sa complete fracture na broken siya into 2 pieces. So, nahati talaga. So, meron tayong green stick fracture. Okay. Sa may partial lang siya. And then, it happens sa mga bata. And then, hairline naman. Ito yung yung parang may may small crack. Ganyan. Mga ganun. And hindi naman nag-separate si bone. Meron lang crack. Ito na. This one, complete fracture. Yun na. Communicated fracture. Kapag more than into 2 pieces na yung pag-break ng bone mo. Okay. Usually 2 major and smaller fragments. Impacted naman, fracture. Sa may sa may spongy bone naman. And siya, abot hanggang sa may spongy portion. Okay, so hanggang loob talaga affected. Okay, linear fractures, parallel, okay, to the length of the bone, transverse, okay, right angle to the length of the bone. Okay. Linear, ganyan. And then transverse pa ganun. Okay, this one is for linear. This, kapag pa ganun naman pahiga, this is your transverse. Ito yung example ng incomplete fracture. Ito. And then this is complete. Okay. So, incomplete, tingnan nyo. Hindi siya totally nahati talaga. Kasi complete like nahati as in. Impacted. Ito, this one. Kasama na yung spongy bone dyan. Okay. Spiral. This is your spiral. Okay. Pag ganyan. And then, oblique. Ito, ang oblique natin. Okay, wala dyan yung iba. Kapag like yung dentate fractures is yung parang may ngipin-ngipin siya. Yung pagkaka-broke. Yung hindi siya smooth na ganito. May ganyan siya. Okay. Yung broken ends. Stellate fractures, may breakage lines originating from a central point. Wala ko siyang example dyan. Page na pala. Next is bone and calcium homeostasis. So, okay, we all know that bone is the major storage site for calcium. So, si movement ng calcium papasok at palabas ng bone, siya yung nag-help sa pag-determine po ng blood levels of calcium. So, si osteoblast, okay, siya yung nag-i-store ng calcium. Well, si osteoclast, siya naman yung nagre-release, okay, ng calcium. So, si osteoblast, pinag-i-stay niya si calcium. Si osteoclast ay inilalabas niya si calcium. Okay. Next is hormones. Okay, calcium homeostasis is maintained by 3 hormones. So, we have your parathyroid hormone, of course, from your parathyroid glands. Okay. Vitamin D from the skin or diet. And calcitonin from the thyroid gland naman. So, si parathyroid hormone po and si vitamin D, they raise our calcium levels. Whereas, kapag kasobra tayo naman sa calcium, ang purpose naman ni calcitonin, siya yung nagpapababa ng calcium level. So, this one, mamimit nyo to sa clinical chemistry, itong mga hormones na to. So, okay, ulitin ko po. Si parathyroid hormone at si vitamin D, pinapataas ang calcium level. While si calcitonin, siya naman yung nagpapababa ng calcium levels natin. So, si parathyroid hormone kasi, since it's from your parathyroid glands, siya yung ang function niya is to raise yung calcium sa blood. Okay, sa blood natin. While si vitamin D, siya naman yung nag-absorb ng vitamin D from our intestine. Kasi 'di ba yung mga vitamins sa intestine siya mostly naman din nakukuha. So, siya yung nag-absorb si vitamin D. Okay. So, sa blood naman, si calcitonin, siya yung nagpapababa. So, magkabaliktad ang function ni parathyroid hormone tsaka ni calcitonin. Calcium homeostasis. So, ayan. So, ayun, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, andito na din kung ano yung mga purpose nitong tatlong hormones na to. So, they function for the calcium homeostasis process. Mas na pala to. And then, general considerations of bone anatomy. So, ang main portion is the body, shaft. Main part siya ng long bone. Shaft body. And large, often rounded end is your head. Neck is constricted area between head and body. Margin, border, edge, and then angle, bend. Ramus. Ito yung mga branch-like projections naman. Condyle. Ito yung mga smooth. Okay. And your facet is your small, flattened articular surface. So, mga ano lang naman to, mga anatomical terms for features of bone. And that would be all for the skeletal system. Thank you for listening. And for your attendance, kindly comment down below your name and your section. Thank you.